So if you're in EU or Germany, especially, and if you're looking for a job here, or if you're planning to move here to look for a job, this is actually an important information that you might have to know. So I'm going to talk about difference between Personaldienstleister and Personalvermittler. So these are, let's say, temporary agencies or temporary worker agencies where you get employed in these agencies, but you work for another company. For example, when I started my career, I worked at an automotive company in Germany, but then I did not get directly employed in this automotive company. Instead, I got employed via a Personaldienstleister. There's a difference between Personaldienstleister and Personalvermittler. I'll talk about that later. So let's start with Personaldienstleister. So for example, these are providers of personnel, which is providers of people to other companies. For example, if it's a if let's talk about a bigger automotive company, okay, Tesla. So if Tesla doesn't want to employ a lot of people full time, so that it goes into their payroll, they actually choose a lot of Personaldienstleisters, and then they get external employees from these companies. You still work in Tesla as an external employee, but you get paid, and your payroll is actually in the external company, which is the Personaldienstleister. But they get commissions, so they may get quite a lot of commissions. It's not just like 10% or 20%. Sometimes they do get almost the same salary that you get as their commission, because they take the risk of employing you. So the reason why these sort of companies exist is because if they want to reduce the headcount, or if there is a problem, or especially if you are a fresher, then they might have to evaluate you before they actually hire you full time. And also in Germany, it's not really easy to actually fire someone after they pass the probation period. The laws are strict that they have to find really compelling reason to fire someone. So because of all these reasons, they tend to actually hire freshers via these Personaldienstleisters, and they pay them as well to maintain the payroll and so on. But you are still employed in the other company, which is the Personaldienstleister. So if you lose a job in Tesla, if they say after 12 months or so, okay, I don't need the external employee, then you are still employed in the other company where your payroll is, and you have to find a job along with them. So they also help you in finding the next job, and then you go and get employed in the next company. So that's how it works. But they can also fire you, of course, but it's not really easy, because they take the liability of hiring you, and after probation period, it's not really easy to fire you.